Hello there. This is Katina Fontes. I'm the Education Coordinator for the Wayside Inn Foundation, and today is April 22nd, 2021. It is Earth Day. I wanted to briefly discuss Earth Day and some things you can do in honor of this day, and then share one activity I recently tried at home. So what is Earth Day? Earth Day is a day to think about sustainability and taking action to protect the environment. The first Earth Day was in 1970, and it takes place each year on April 22nd. People celebrate Earth Day in different ways. Some honor the day with a service project. For example, they might participate in a community cleanup. Here in Sudbury, Massachusetts, the town organizes a cleanup the weekend before Earth Day where people gather in different areas and pick up trash and clean up leaves and brush. You might also celebrate Earth Day by planting a tree or preparing a garden. Plants and trees clean the air, and as trees are cut down for making paper and other purposes, planting new trees helps the environment. If your school or house doesn't recycle, you can organize a recycling program with special bins to collect paper, plastic, bottles, and other recyclable materials. You can also repurpose something your family plans to throw out that might serve another purpose. For example, you can make a planter out of an old coffee can or soda bottle. The internet is full of ideas on how to reuse and repurpose things that have outlived their original purpose. Finally, you can use things you plan to recycle or throw out for a project. Make a mixed media work of art or musical instruments with items from your recycling bin. Today I wanted to go through the steps for one such project, making recycled seed paper. The seed portion is optional. It does take a little time and patience to make recycled paper, so it's not for everyone, but it's fun to try. For this project, you will need paper from your recycling bin, a screen. Window screening material works well, and I took some and I stapled it onto an old frame, and that seemed to be pretty good. It was nice and sturdy. You'll need a blender. So this is a project where you will need an adult or an older teen to help you and to supervise the process. Some food coloring is optional. If you like specific colors, you want your paper to be pink or blue or green, you're going to need some food coloring. Otherwise, it'll likely be just a gray color. Some old towels just to absorb water. Some flower seeds if you want to make seed paper. And you should try to do this on a nice sunny day or a series of sunny days. The first thing you'll want to do is to tear up the paper from your recycling bin. I probably used about 10 sheets of paper, and I tore them up into pieces that were small but not tiny. Maybe they were approximately 1 to 1.5 inches wide and long. You want to place those in a large bowl with some water, so you want to cover them. You don't need them to be covered too much, but enough water to just cover the top of your pile of paper. And you want to let it soak, maybe for a couple of hours. You're going to want to then put the paper that has been soaking the mixture into the blender and add food coloring if you're going to change the color. Then you want to pulse blend, so this is why you're going to need the help of an adult or an older teen to help you until you get it in kind of a pulpy, smoothie-like texture. You then want to put your screen into a sink or go outdoors to do this, and you want to smooth the mixture on the screen. And as you're doing that, pull out some clumps of the goop in the blender and squeeze out some of the water before you put it on the screen. And then you want to spread it out nice and smooth. Do not make it too thick. So this was one mistake I made in trying this project. It was a little too thick in spots. So you kind of want to really take your time to spread it out. Then you want to sprinkle the seeds on top and kind of press them in. So this is only if you're going to make seed paper. I use zinnia flower seeds that I just happen to have at home. You can use wildflower seeds. You can use whatever seeds you would like. And you just kind of want to press them in so they can dry into the paper. Then you want to let some of the water drain out. I kind of let it sit in the sink for maybe 10-15 minutes. And then place it outside in the sun or in another location, maybe a garage or a basement, with some towels underneath initially to absorb some of the water. So you'll want to check on it periodically to make sure that the towel's not too sopping wet. If it's too wet, you want to remove it, maybe bring another towel out, and then eventually you want to remove the towels completely and just let it dry. You want to let the paper completely dry. This is very, very important because you're not going to be able to remove it from the screen if it's not dry. Once the paper is completely dry, and this could take anywhere from 1 day to 1 week, you want to carefully peel the paper off the screen. And then you can cut it into cards or shapes. You can make note cards, you can make bookmarks, and give away to friends and family. And then if it's seed paper, it can be planted. So if you're making seed paper and you give it away, you want to let people know that it's seed paper and that they can just tear it up, soak it overnight, and put it in the ground, and then they'll have beautiful flowers later in the summer. So those were just a few ideas for celebrating Earth Day. Does your family have any special Earth Day traditions? If so, please share them with us. You can send us an email at twif@wayside.org. Enjoy the day.